All right, let's begin. Hello, my name is Schneider. I'm with StraightUp Solar. Thank you for joining us for today's episode of Power Up Your Life with Sunshine. For today's webinar, we're going to take a tour of a solar home with my colleague, Natalie Lucas. We're going to learn how modules are installed with Noel Larimer, and we're going to tell you how you can get started by going solar. I want to give you a little background of StraightUp Solar, and first of all, we're really excited about being here with St. Louis Earth Day because their vision and our vision align. The vision of our company is to care for others by creating a path for clean energy and a sustainable economy that honors our values and everyone's healthy shared future. I want to thank the St. Louis Earth Day for all the great work they're doing in our community for advancing clean energy and a sustainable economy. A little bit of background about StraightUp Solar. We were founded in 2006 by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Dane Glick. When Dr. Glick was doing his residency in Western Kentucky, he was very concerned about the mountaintop removal that was occurring in the community and was damaging not only the air quality, but also the workers' lives in that town. When he became a doctor, he vowed to extend the notion of caring beyond his medical practice into the renewable energy field. So in 2006, he decided to put solar on his house. And he looked up in the phone book, and back then there actually were phone books, wanted to see if there was any certified solar installers in the St. Louis region. At the time, there were none. So he decided to take the initiative, pulled out the North American Board Certified Clean Energy Professionals booklet, studied it, and then became an official solar installer, put some panels on his house. His neighbors thought that was pretty cool. He got a crew together. They started putting solar around their friend's house, neighborhoods around St. Louis. Now, 14 years later, we've done 1,300 installations, putting 21 megawatts of power in the St. Louis region, central Illinois, and southern Illinois. We're really proud of our affiliations that are located on the bottom of this slide deck here. I want to highlight one affiliation is our partnership with Washington University and Missouri Botanical Gardens for Grow Solar St. Louis, a special public education and group-buy program that was launched last week right here on the St. Louis Earth Day channel here. So take a look at Grow Solar St. Louis if you have a moment after this webinar. I also wanted to mention that we are a certified B corporation here. We are joined together for businesses that are acting as a force for good, which means that we value our planet and our people above making a profit here. So every day you can vote for your wallet by choosing a certified B corporation when you make your purchases. So that's a little background on our company here. I want to give a little diagram of how solar energy works. And then we'll see it live with my friend Natalie. At first, the photons from the sun beat down on the panels. And as they get hotter and hotter, the solar energy is absorbed by the panels and excites the electrons. As those electrons get excited, it creates electricity. That direct current is then sent into an inverter, which is usually typically at the side of the house. That inverter changes the direct current power from the panels to alternate current power, which is what's used into your home. That's tied directly to your meter. And as that meter uses the electricity that's tied to your refrigerator, to your air conditioner, to your smartphones, you are now using that energy being powered by the sun. Any excess energy that the sun created then goes back onto the grid. You're able to kind of get payment for that excess energy in the process of net metering. So that's a brief description of how it looks on a diagram. I'm going to send it over. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to send it over to Natalie to kind of show us her house and how solar works.
Hi, everyone. Just want to make sure you can hear me. Eric, can you nod if you can? Okay, I'm going to assume you can. Okay, good, cool. So I actually live in Cleveland, Ohio, but I'm employed by StraightUp Solar. And so it is nice and sunny out today, which is great for the solar resource, which is awesome. So I'm gonna flip my camera around really quick. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, so I just want to show you my solar array. So this is, there's 18 panels on my home, and they are REC panels. And StraightUp Solar is a premium installer for REC, and it's a 5.7 watt or kilowatt system. So that's 5,700 watts overall. And that's the power rating. So when we talk about kilowatt hours, like that's in prime conditions, it can produce 5,700 watts at a time. However, it is a little cloudy today and the sun isn't directly hitting on the panels. And so it's not going to be producing at peak, but it does offset about a third of my electric bill. To kind of go into, I'm going to switch it a little bit. So the panels have a guard on it called a snow guard so that snow can't fall onto a car here. And then it also has critter guard to make sure that squirrels and things don't come in. The panels come down, like there's a conduit that goes right over here and down into the main meter. And then there's also this little pole, and that's where the solar panels actually are running. So it goes all the way up and through the attic and then out there. And so you'll see this later with Noel, but he'll kind of explain like how the solar panels are attached. But this is the bidirectional meter that Eric was talking about. It's the thing that counts backwards and forwards. So if my array is producing too much energy, it will send it out to the grid, and then it will count it for me and I will get credits on my bill. And then if it's not producing enough and my house is using more, then it will count backwards and basically bring the electricity into my house and it will charge me. So this all connects out here, but I'll show you in a second when we go into the basement. The solar panels actually connects to my sub panel and the inverter in the basement, and that goes in through this pipe. So they removed a brick, made it look really nice, and then put the pipe in so that the wire could go through. So we're gonna now go to my basement so you can kind of see the hardware below ground. I'll just go in here. Don't mind the cats if you see them. They're pretty cute. Cool. So this is my basement. It's pretty boring, but it does have the inverter. So this is my SolarEdge inverter. Basically, this is the box that converts the DC energy to AC. DC is like flat line energy. It's direct current, and then AC is the sinusoidal current, which is the alternating current. And that's what your electronics use, basically. Right next to that is the actual meter that measures how much my solar has produced. I've only had it for a couple months, so as you can see here, it's produced 777 kilowatts hours in total, and it's been the winter months, so I haven't had a ton of production, but has offset quite a bit. And then the wiring goes all the way up here over to my sub panel. There's an AC disconnect switch. So like if anything were happening and I wanted to turn it off, I could just switch it off. And then it would basically stop the system. And then you can just easily turn it back on. And then this is my sub panel that is connected to actually provide electricity to the home. And this is actually the little hole that connects up to the solar array that you saw earlier. So that's kind of the system. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share really quick my screen so that you can see, I'll just go here, start broadcast. So hopefully you can see my screen. And I'm just going to show you really quick my SolarEdge app. So an app comes with each of your solar arrays, and it tells you how much it's producing, and then like the actual power. So far today it's produced 14.12 kilowatt hours. This month it's been 313, and overall it's been 791. And it shows you the month by month as well as day by day, and also what you have been offsetting and saving.
Hey, Natalie, can we try that again? We didn't see your screen there. Try me one more time.
Sorry about that one. I will try one more time, and if it doesn't work, that'll be okay. We'll see.
That's fine.
Okay.
You have to share your screen, hit the middle button there. You might be able
to. Okay. Zoom. Sorry, y'all. Start broadcast. Let me see if this works. Apologies, everyone. Can you see it now?
Yes, Natalie.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Sorry. So basically, you can kind of see it's my power that I'm producing, which actually is 0 right now. But today it was sunny earlier, and it produced 14.12 kilowatt hours a day, or just today. And then this month, it's already produced 313. I'd say I use about 500 to 1,000 kilowatt hours a month, so it offsets about a third of it. Sorry about the tweets. And then the lifetime of it, it's offset 791, so a full electric bill. The payback for this system, it's very similar to like the Missouri area, but it will be around 13 to 15 years, kind of depending. That's, I guess, my system. It's pretty exciting though, and I am really excited to have solar. So yeah, and now you can see all my cats wandering around. And so I guess what I'll do is I'll pass it to Noel. So like now that I'm underground, you can see what actually happens on the surface level and up on the roof. So go ahead, Noel.
Thank you, Natalie, for sharing your beautiful home and solar array with us. Hi, my name is Noel Larimer. I'm an installer with StraightUp Solar, and I'm going to briefly talk about how we install solar panels onto your roof. Most roofs here in the Midwest are made out of either composite shingle or metal. Both are used in the same, both installs are used in the same philosophy of shedding water away from our penetration points. So I'll go into a composite shingle since that's the most predominant roof style we have in our area. So with a composite shingle, what we're first going to do is we're going to map out our array and figure out exactly where on the roof it's going to be located. And then we're going to locate all of our rafters, which will be our secure attachment points. Now, once we have our array mapped out and our rafters located, what we're going to do is we're going to take this metal flashing here, it's just a thin piece of aluminum, and we're going to pop the shingles up over those rafters, and this will slide up underneath it so it sits between and sandwiched between all the shingles. So when it does rain, the water will hit the shingles and then shed on down to the gutter and then away from your building. Another step that we take to make this a little bit more watertight and more secure is we will take a nice thick bead of polyurethane sealant, and I'm just going to use a marker here for the demonstration, and we're going to seal the back of this panel. And we're going to make a big, nice U over it, and then we're going to make a couple chevrons as well. And the philosophy behind this, if you can see it correctly, is if water does by chance get underneath your flashing where it doesn't belong, this sealant bead will direct it away from your point of penetration, which will keep this area watertight. So by having that philosophy, we are going to take that sealant, put it on the bottom of this, we're going to slide it up underneath the shingles, and then we're going to take our lag bolt and we're going to lag this down into your rafter, which gives us our very strong, secure attachment points. So with the sealant on the back, the lag bolt in the rafter, we now have a watertight and mechanically bonding joint to your roof. And from there, we can start building up. We'll take little attachments on all these attachments, and then from there, we have a racking system. And the racking system, we can then take, this is a piece of a rail, and we'll take it and mount it directly to the flashing, or to the ears of this flashing. And now we have a rail system that we can build on. And with that rail system, as you can see here on this mock-up panel board, we have a rail here. We can start mounting our wires and our electronics. This, like the system that Natalie has, is Solar Edge, and this uses a power optimizer to control the DC voltage for optimal output. So we have a rail here, our racking system, which would have our flashings mounted to it, like here. And then all this gets attached to on top of it. And then we start stringing all of our wires along the rails, and we mount some optimizers before the panels go down. And as you see here, there are some wires here. We actually take the wires from the mod and we'll plug it into the optimizer. And then these optimizers will be strung together from one to the next in a series circuit. So we'll take all these wires and connect them, and then we'll bring it to our roof box. And our roof box is our junction box. Natalie showed you all that nice piping work that was on the outside of our house. We take this box, this is our junction box. This is how we connect our solar DC power down to our inverter and change it to AC power before we put it onto your house. With that, that's the basic idea and setup of how we install a solar panel to make it structurally sound and watertight on your roof. I'm going to pass this back on over to Eric now, and he's going to finish up.
Thank you, Noel. just wanted to conclude here. I was playing around with my new toy I got yesterday, a solar Rover here. Let's see if I apologize here. Set this up here. This, I like to play, pretend I'm the sun. So cue the sun. The sun rises. This is actually how it works on your array. The sun beats down on the panels. You can see how it moves right over, generates energy, and moves over. I'll do it one more time. Sun rises, activates the solar panels, and generates the energy that in this case moves a motor that moves the wheel. Again, you can buy those online in Amazon if you're looking for a solar Rover for a great gift to celebrate next Earth Day. I encourage you to buy a solar Rover here. I want to conclude our presentation with how you can get started going solar. So if you want to get started, there's 5 simple steps to get started going solar. Give us a call at 844-97-SOLAR or email us at hello@straightupsolar.com. Share some basic information with our solar support specialist about your roof, your geographic location, your energy usage. Then we'll pass that along to a project developer to get you started on a customized proposal. We'll work with you to lay out panels on your roof and then develop a specific price and get you to, and you'll be interested to sign a contract. Then once our project is done, the entire contract is all inclusive. So we handle the permitting, we handle the engineering, we handle the design, we handle the rebate form for Amarin if you're here in Missouri, or even the solar renewable energy credits in Illinois. We'll handle the entire process from the engineering design to permitting. Then Noel and his crew will come out and install the panels on top of your roof. We're really proud to have our highly trained installation crew. About 1/3 of our staff are NAPCEP certified to come out. They'll build, inspect, we'll energize your system, and you'll be just like Natalie, getting the power of sunshine right into your home, and you'll be enjoying your new solar array. With that, I just want to again tell you, call 844-97-SOLAR for your free solar assessment. If you call on Monday and ask about the Grow Solar St. Louis program, you'll be put into the program and you'll be eligible for a group buy rebate and group buy discount. So I encourage you to act now on the Grow Solar St. Louis program. Again, you can contact us by phone or by email at hello@straightupsolar.com. That's 314-218-2663 also. Or get more information at straightupsolar.com. We have a great video program about webinar program. It gives you a Solar 101. We have an upcoming program on battery basics featuring a Tesla Powerwalls. We've also had presentations on how solar has improved the economy and environment in our St. Louis region. And with that, I'll check our chat room. We are done with our presentation. If there's any questions, we can take a few moments to answer them in the chat room. Here. All right. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for attending. We'll let everyone enjoy the rest of the Saturday. I know you have the meditation seminar coming up at 2 o'clock, so stick around the St. Louis Earth Day channel for that. And with that, I want to thank Jessica Watson, who was our moderator for today. I want to thank everybody at St. Louis Earth Day. Thank Natalie Lucas and her beautiful house in Cleveland, Ohio, for showing off our solar array. And Noel Larimer in Bloomington, Illinois, at our offices up there, explaining how solar works in the installation process. So again, please feel free to contact us at straightupsolar.com, and we'll see you around the corner. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.